And Scooge drops back off screen, and Zim gives Scooge the thumbs up. Not really even looking down at him. The explosive damage resumes below Zim as the robot pursues Scooge.
Excellent work, Scooge.
Zim pokes his head out of the surface of the porthole. Exterior, Irken porthole, bay. We don't see what he sees, but it's bright and noisy.
Freedom! A pitiful world waiting for me to make it great.
Zim smiles at the light until a loud boom from below distracts him. Scooge blasts screaming out of the hole. Chased by the robot, Zim shakes his head, smiling at Scooge. There's another series of booms, and then the world is plunged into darkness. The replay ends. Back in the judgment room, the room is silent. Zim smiles and claps.
That day became known as Horrible Painful Overload Day, Part 2. 4 more terrible years of darkness for Berg.
People love darkness. But enough of the past. Let us speak of the present. Do I get a little Zim statue? Some kind of award?
Meanwhile, in the small dark place, the two figures hunch over the screen.
Every word seals his own doom.
Soon we will be rid of Zim forever.
Light shines in as the roof is lifted up. Revealed the two figures are actually the tallest, crouching under a blanket, holding a flashlight under their faces. A janitorial drone pushing a laundry cart holds the blanket.
Oh, my tallest. I didn't see you there. And I didn't know I was going to get the mic.
Well, that's too bad. The tallest collect themselves. They cough, embarrass. We are actually still in the spike of judgment right there in front of everybody.
We just got lost, yeah.
Red smacks purple. Zim interrupts.
Hey, pay attention. You're missing my party.
It's not a party, Zim. It's an Irken existence evaluation, and you're...
He slaps his hand over his mouth.
Existence evaluation? But those are for criminals and space clowns.
For no apparent reason, a cute little Irken Smeet appears and tugs at Purple's robes. His name is Little Timmy. He'll be voiced by Ricky Simons, and he's adorable.
Mr. Purple, tell me all about the Irken's existence evaluation.
Well, you see, little Timmy, it's a trial for malfunctioning Irkens. You know what a trial is, don't you, little Timmy?
Purple pokes Timmy in the belly, and Timmy giggles adorably. It's so adorable, it makes you sick to watch.
Oh, of course you do. Say, you see this ID pack on your back?
Nope, my hand can't turn that far.
The crowd awes. So cute.
Well, we all wear them. They hold the collective memories of all the Irkens before us. Our personalities, our power, our high scores, all in here.
But some Irkens, they get fitted with damaged ID packs. These people are called defectives. Are we all defectives? Yeah!
Defectives!
These defectives must be deactivated, erased, never to be remembered.
Hey, a world that does not remember Zim? Thank you, Mr. Purple. I'm smart now.
The child knows too much. To the dungeons with him!
Guards rush in and drag the screaming Timmy away.
Hey, I think there's been a mistake. This is good stuff you're all watching. Why am I on trial?
Good stuff.
It thinks there is good stuff.
It is doomed.
Zim looks around at the hateful eyes upon him. The tallest laugh insanely. And the crowd soon follows suit. The brains lift Zim up. Even they are laughing now. Brains? Things do not look... all right, fine. Things do not look good, and Zim knows it. The flashes of quick images start up again, and then goes to black. Commercial break! And now, we're not going to do the next half until InvaderCon 3. Is that...
What?
Richard, when do you want to do the next half?
In Pontiac, Michigan!
Pontiac, Michigan!
For one?
All right, should we do the second half?
Yes! 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 Woo!
All right. Part 2 of the trial.
Yes! Woo!
Failing on Planet Judgmentia, the spike of judgment. Zim plays a video game. A guard prods him with a shock stick. Zap!
Hey, pay attention, Zim. You're on trial.
Oh yes, that.
The screen jumps to life with a new scene. This new scene is Planet Fort, where Guardsman, I love Guardsman, he's my favorite man. Guardsman watch posts as military ships cruise by. Coming up in this scene is going to be a head scientist and almighty tallest Miyuki.
Miyuki!
Almighty tallest
Miyuki!
played by Melissa Fawn.
Yes! Perfect!
And Jason, how do you feel about being a head scientist? Okay, I will pass it to you when it's your turn. Zim, in a scientist robe, stands among a line of scientists. The head scientist talks to almighty tallest Miyuki.
Tallest Miyuki, welcome to Fort Research Station 9. You honor us with your visit.
Tell me what my finest minds are dreaming up for the Empire.
Well, there's our infinite energy producing thingy, and Lardnar here has begun to work on preliminary designs for our new bludgeon-class fleet leader.
Next to the throbbing energy generator, Lardnar, a Vortian, salutes Miyuki and proudly presents a holographic model of the massive ship-to-be. But Zim butts in.
Dookie! That thing will never fly!
Zim points at the hologram, and then at Miyuki.
Operator, who is this little creature?
Zim, my tallest, a transfer from Urk. He destroys everything he touches, so they figured he'd excel in military research.
Enough praise. I made an infinite energy absorbing thingy. He's chubby.
No, keep it away from the infinite energy producing thingy.
The creature swallows the infinite energy generating device. It grows out of control, bursting out of its little collar, and then eats tallest Miyuki. It then rampages out of the building and leaves a trail of explosions. Zim raises his arms, victorious somehow.
Victory for Zim!
Return back to the trial on Planet Judgmentia, where the flashback ends. Zim is dropped to the floor. The tallest are furious.
Almighty Miyuki was eaten by a giant blob because of you!
No! She called me just last week. Yeah, she's doing fine, Ricky.
The tallest eyes Zim, angry and suspicious.
This is a horrible discovery, not to be taken lightly. Now, let's break for lunch.
Interior, the Planet Judgmentia Cafeteria. Zim sits shackled in front of a tray of food. Guards stand behind him. He sees the tallest eating at a different table with a crowd of other Urkins. I'm sorry, I need to read that better, but I won't. It looks like the popular people's table at the school lunch.
This is taking forever. I never should have left Gur in charge. I don't even want to think about how badly he's failing on Earth.
Meanwhile, back on Earth, Wally Winger will be Human 1. Back on Earth, mankind has reconstructed the planet. Everything is in Gur's image.
Yeah! Woo! Woo!
Just like Hot Topic.
Inside a gigantic fortress of Gur, an open-air throning ceremony is taking place atop a huge staircase. Gur sits in a throne surrounded by gargantuan statues of himself. Humans wearing Gur suits serve him.
You have conquered our people with your mighty laser cannon, and we thank you. All hail our new master, this strange, lumpy little doggy.
The human places a shiny medallion around Gur's neck. Gur looks pretty okay with it. He squeaks in approval. Meanwhile, we flash back to Planet Judgmentia in the court cafeteria. The two Urkins walk past Zim carrying trays and talking. Ricky Simons will be Urkin number 1. Savant will be Urkin number 2.
So, what you think? Defective or innocent?
Oh, Zim? Defective, all the way. This evaluation's just a formality so they can get rid of Zim officially.
Zim looks up, shocked.
Formality? Nonsense! Justice will prevail. The tallest will see to it.
The tallest push their trays away from them and rise from their table.
Okay, break's over. Let's get this formality over with.
Zim's eyes widen with dread. He spits out food. That was awesome. Back at the spike of judgment. Back at the spike of Back at the spike of judgment. The two guards plop Zim down in front of the brains. Now Zim looks really sick, actually scared for his life.
Evaluation has resumed. Prepare for more of Zim's terrible replay.
But his data makes my brain hurt. We need more brains to filter the pain.
Excuse me, how about for a change we show some of my glorious acts of obedience, like during Invader training?
Zim is lifted once more and the screens flicker. Zim gestures to the tallest, ready to check this out. We flash back to interior. Planet Devastatus. No? Yes. No. Devastus! Thank you!
You're welcome!
You win!
Yes! What I win?
The auditorium is full of Invader trainees who are being addressed by tallest Spork, voiced by Ricky Simons.
As your new tallest, I'm proud to say that you invaders in training are the future of the Empire. I'm still taller than you, though. Salute me.
In the crowd, Zim salutes. On Planet Judgmentia, the picture freezes.
See? You like obedience.
Wait just a minute, Zim. I think I remember more happening that day.
The picture resumes. Back on the planet, the crowd is thin. Urkins shake hands with Spork. Zim talks with the Invader Age, red and purple.
Zim, you've done nothing but rain horror down onto the Empire since you were born. And now they're training you to become an invader? Why? That's just sick!
Yes, well, glory aside, when I am tallest, I will make the Empire rue ever having made me wait so long to rule then.
Yeah, well, if I were tallest, I'd probably put you on trial to defend your life. Yeah, that's probably what I do.
Zim waves off Red's comment, revealing a disc object.
Hey, what's that thing?
Zim holds up the object that hung from a collar of the energy-absorbing creature.
Oh, this? It used to belong to my energy-absorbing thingy back before it grew monstrous and nearly wiped out outer space. Remember that? That little guy used to love this thing. I'm surprised he hasn't come back for it after all these...
The ceiling blows in and flops the horrible, unspeakable, now enormous, Cthulhu-like horror that was Zim's old energy experiment creature. It roars insanely. Thank you. And now I've lost my place. Horrifying all trainees. In a flash, the monster grabs tallest Spork and pops him into his gaping mouth. Red, purple, and Zim let out a joint scream of horror as the beast flails and wobbles. Chaos! Which sounds something like this, guys. Meanwhile, back in the judgment room, Zim wildly waves his arms as an enough gesture.
Hey! No using 2 blob flashbacks in a row. That's a rule, right?
It's even more horrible than I remember. Tallest Spork was eaten by Zim's blob too? Like he was just a chew schmoop.
You are responsible for the doom of 2 almighty toys.
No! Spork's fine! Come on!
They glare at him.
commence in Operation Impending Doom 1!
Flashback to the military launch zone. Night. Zim in his familiar invader attire stands before Red and Purple, who are now the tallest.
Okay, Zim, this is the Empire's finest hour, and you're in charge of watching everything from this circle.
Zim stands in a circle that someone has drawn around him.
But no, don't leave the circle. Stay right there. Do us proud, Sam.
Zim salutes. The tallest go away chuckling. Zim looks intense. He stands, trying to obey his orders in the circle. But the lure of destruction is mighty.
My Empire needs me!
He leaps up dramatically over the drawn circle and lands in a painful-looking roll. He gets up and runs off screen. Then we hear the sounds of a giant robot powering up. You be random, Burger 2.
Hey, has anybody seen Frontline Battle Neck number 4? I'm supposed to...
A giant robot from The Nightmare Begins walks into the shot and wreaks the familiar havoc. Then it runs into the distance. Interior trial pace. Later, Zim, standing amid the ruins of his city, is shown in another trial with a single control frame. This one is smaller, with different colored eyes. The tallest observe the trial. The giant robot can be seen nearby. Melissa, you be the other controller.
Invader Zim, for single-handedly ruining Operation Impending Doom 1.
Hey! Where'd Zim go?
Zim has vanished. Immediately, a ridiculously huge spider crab-like tank lumbers by, Zim's tiny head poking out from the top. He looks brave, but clueless.
Yeah.
I'm an invader! Look at me go!
Return to the Spike of Judgment, where the flashback ends. Zim looks uncomfortable.
Boy! Those days were sure great, huh?
You're a monster, Zim. Everything you touch gets destroyed.
Hey, not everything I do ends in horrible explosions.
Explosion montage. There is a quick series of things going horribly wrong because of Zim's. Satellites spark and explode. Boom! Giant monsters rampage. Little monsters rampage. Etc., etc. Intercut with Zim watching, growing more and more skittish. He nervously gives the tallest a double thumbs up. They glare back. Finally, exterior, a beautiful field day. Zim stands in a beautiful field all alone. It's so peaceful. Meanwhile, at the Spike of Judgment, Zim sees on the screen and he looks pleased. Thank you.
See? That's peaceful like.
In the field, Zim, still standing in the field, scratches his butt. Cut to the beautiful field planet seen from outer space. The planet explodes.
Hey! We said no more explosions! Cheating! Cheating!
We've seen enough. Zim, you've been nothing but a curse to the Empire. If Tallest Miyuki or Spork were here, they'd say so too.
Well, as a matter of fact, I call as a surprise witness, Tallest Spork!
Zim gestures to the audience where tallest Spork rises up to be seen. The crowd gasps. Spork looks pretty good.
Yes, I have returned from my vacation to reclaim my rightful position as leader of the Urkin Empire. Isn't that nice? My first act shall be to pardon the mighty and beneficial Invader Zim.
Yee-hoo!
He leaps off the podium. Red and Purple watch in rapt confusion as Zim runs out of the room. Exterior space. Zim speeds away from the planet in his Voot Runner. Happy as a pig and bobbing as though to the happiest music ever. Meanwhile, back in the trial place, tallest Spork has continued talking. Red and Purple approach him tentatively.
And as my 25th act as leader, I order the construction of the Invader Zim commemorative Nacho Palace.
Hey, wait a minute.
Red pokes at Spork. A hole pops in the side and Spork deflates.